Ready? This is the full back cycle. C, then you go to the 7th chord. That becomes, you go again to the E minor chord, which then goes to the A minor chord, which then goes to the D minor chord, which then goes to the G7 chord, which then goes back to the C chord. So you see, you're actually coming back down the scale. And everything is moving in fourths. That's a fourth. That's a fourth. That's why the cycle of fifths and fourths is so important. Now, if you do it again, you can...
And that's back cycling, right?
You're backing down the scale in fourths, because, and then, now we could play that, give me that guitar, we could play what that sounds like, and that would be like this. See ya. Now, you can make it longer and start introducing all the secondary dominants, which means these chords can be turned into sevenths, and that's 5 of that, and that's 5 of that, and that's 5 of that, and that's 5 of 1. Then you can make the 1 a 7th, which is 5 of 4, and then you can take the 4 and turn it to a minor. And then from there, you can go to the flat 7/7, which is B flat 7. And then you can go back to 1.
And what's that B flat, the flat 7/7?
That's the flat 7/7. So here's what you got.
B is the 7th and the flat 7/7 is just
B flat is. B flat is. Because it's got to be in fourths. So here's what you got here. You have 1, you have 7, you have 3, you have 6, you have 2, you have 5, you have 1, you have 1 as a 7, you have the 4, you have the 4 minor, you have the flat 7/7, back to the 1. This sometimes is called the backdoor 2/5, where the front door 2/5 is this one. Like D minor, G7 goes to C. A lot of guys will do this. F minor, B flat 7, and then to C. Hi, Freddie. So that's how that works. And let's listen to what all these chords sound like. Before we did this. Now we're going to go.
That back door, right? Do that again, the back door.
Well, here's the front door. Front door to the 1. Back door to the 1.
Oh, so then the B flat, it can be like the way you do an F minor, C, like a 4 minor 1. You're using the B flat.
Yes, like this is a very common progression. Millions of tunes to those.
So you went to F major, F minor, what was
B flat 7.
B flat 7, oh, okay.
And that's all in chapter 11 in the Jerry Coker book. That's all in the, like, you know, the study of harmony in chapter 11.
Improvising jazz, right?
Right. Which is, so you have this. A lot of Elvis tunes. I mean, millions of songs have done that.
And then you see right there the C that turned into C7.
That introduced, that's 5 of 1. That's 5 of 4.
And that turned you into the F.
Then, yeah, and now, if you here's another cool thing what guys do, is they'll take this chord, what's the relative major of F minor?
Oh, A flat.
That's correct. So they'll replace the F minor with an A flat, they'll replace it with a flat 6. Then they'll do this, watch. You've heard that in a million songs.
Sure.
All those old fucking Paul Anka tunes used to do that shit.
Wow, that's great.
You know, that's cool. Flat 6, flat 7, flat 6, flat 7, 1. And then you see in front of here, you see this C7? You can sneak in its 2 chord, the 5 minor. Watch.
G minor, right?
G minor. So you have C instead of this. You go. That's all. I mean, really, every chord in the world, every chord progression in the world is here. And we haven't even gotten into the half-step substitutions, which would be like the tritone of B7 would be F7. And the tritone of E-flat 7 would be B-flat 7, you see? So the B-flat 7, which is the tritone of the 3 chord, that's also the flat, you see? So you start to see what he's in. This is the D-flat 7. The D-flat 7 is the tritone of the G7. So that's half-step substitution. Watch. Here's 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So you tritone all the 7s. And you wind up with this.
Dramatic, right?
Yeah, they call it half-step substitution. Instead of going this, they'll do this.
Like those endings.
Yeah. Some guys will combine both. Watch. That's when you hear like these, like you do the tritones and the regular ones. See, it's like. Cheese, you know what I mean?